All right, we're going to go over exactly what Paulie Malignaggi said that cost him his job from Showtime. He's now been canceled, right? And he will be the target of the internet mob. And let me talk about that, and then we'll get into it, guys. We're going to break it down verbatim, and we're going to talk about it, okay? But first, just give me 1 minute of your time. This cancel culture, what is going on? You got shows getting canceled, butter getting canceled, food getting canceled, TV show hosts getting canceled, game show hosts getting canceled. A politician in Houston, where I live, just got fired from a tweet from 10 years ago that I saw nothing wrong with, okay? I mean, it's getting out of control. I believe in freedom of speech, even if it hurts your feelings, okay? I simply don't get it. Let's get to it. Devin Haney, he makes this comment, there's no white boy that's going to beat me, kind of like Bernard Hopkins said, just like, Mayweather made the racist comments towards Pacquiao, and Asian people. Been a lot of racism from boxers that didn't receive any type of cancellation. But Paulie is the latest victim, and let's read the comment verbatim. Okay, this is what got him canceled. It's the Eastern Europeans that has become the dominant species in boxing, Malignaggi said. I think stating something like Haney's statement could be very dangerous. So they asked Paulie, what do you think about him, saying there's no, white boy that can beat me, whatever. And that's what he said. Okay, and we'll get to what else he said. There was actually 3 different quotes, okay, and I'm giving you the worst, okay, so this is because I know you guys watch like 2 minutes of a video, then you click off. Okay, so this is it right here. This is what cost this man his job, his livelihood, his reputation. Now his family, his kids, his wife, they're all going to be embarrassed, humiliated, harassed, canceled. This is fucking ridiculous, guys. Come the fuck on. You can't be serious. Now, let's talk about this. He said, let's break it down. The Eastern Europeans. What does he mean by that? He was referring to Lomachenko. Now, where is he from, guys? Where is Loma from? The Ukraine. Okay? I'm going to hate to have to school these people. Where is the Ukraine? Eastern Europe. Eastern Europeans. The name says the eastern part of Europe countries within Eastern Europe, or according to the United Nations stats divisions, blah, 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 blah. You got the, Hungary, Poland, goes on to say Ukraine, most western part of the Russian Federation. This is what he was referring to. Now, he used the word, dominant species, and people are, saying, well, no, that's racist, Now, let me back up a little bit. He's referring to Devin Haney and the lightweight division, okay? You guys know you got Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Stevenson, Luke Campbell. You guys know the lineup. But he's talking about boxing here and where these guys are from. And he's saying right now the dominant guy in that division, is from the Ukraine. Again, referring to Loma. Now, let me get down here real quick. Okay, the definition of species is a group of animals, plants, or other living things that share common characteristics and that are all classified as alike in some manner. An example of species is all human beings species. Now, so to me, that's a very inclusive comment for him to say. He's saying, excuse me, guys, it's late. He's saying humans as a whole, as a species, right now in Devin Haney's division, I believe Lomachenko is the dominant one right now, the pound for pound. So anyway, guys, I don't know how else to break this down. How is this worthy of canceling somebody? I don't get it. But okay, we'll continue. We will continue. Let's get to what else he said here. Hang on, guys. Let me get to it. I mean, guys, like I said, it's really getting out of control. He goes on to say, where is it? Hang on, guys, I'll get there. Eastern Europeans, boxing, right here. Boxing has had its course in history with certain demographics dominating more than others, right? Malignaggi said in his video. Maybe like 100 years ago, Irish fighters were better, and then the Jews and the Italians came in. I think African-American fighters became most dominant in the sport in the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s. Okay, so again, what am I missing here? How is this racist? I mean, guys, help me out. I simply don't understand this. And I'm reading comments on my channel from my last video. People are saying, oh, well, this just, this was the final straw. He said other things and, against, all these different people. And I'm like, well, who? When? What did he say? What are you talking about? Because I was just with Paulie Malignaggi not long ago, and the dude was hanging out with black people. Actually, he was there with a very good friend of his that is a black guy. In fact, let's go to that video. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to flip it on you guys. Hang on. Like I said, guys, this is getting out of control. I've broken it down. I don't see anything racist by what he said. And I've really tried. I've honestly tried to, to really delve deep here and to put myself in other people's shoes, right? And to say, okay, well, what is it that he said, that would offend somebody? And I don't see it. I think people are just, it's a race to the bottom. Everybody now wants to be a professional victim. And like I said earlier, it has now infiltrated boxing, okay? Meanwhile, like I said, you have guys out there that are literally, degrading one race, talking about white boy this, white boy that. Well, okay, but let's talk about the most popular boxing channels on YouTube. Go read their comment section. In fact, we can do it right now. Let's watch this video and we can go do it. It's cracker this, honky this, white boy that. And then these guys will pin it. They will pin that comment to the top of their comment section. I just watched Ego totally shitting all over Lomachenko, or not Paulie Malignaggi. I mean, it's crazy how quick these guys are to just attack, and ruin people's lives. For what? And then, then he doesn't want to apologize, right? He refuses to apologize, and, he gets canceled. People are saying, oh, well, Devin Haney, he apologized. Well, I don't remember him apologizing. But you know what? I don't think he should have apologized. I think it was a dumb thing to say. But I'm sorry, I'm not a part of that cancel culture where I feel like, if you say something, you need to apologize. So I don't know, guys. It's really driving me crazy, man. This is why I'm having a hard time lately. This video right here. Having a hard time lately. This was from a year ago. But I interviewed him not long ago. Now, by the way, I want you guys to note here, he's hanging out with a bunch of black people. Okay, the guy that's interviewing him with me is Paulie's friend, a black dude. Shaking hands, taking pictures, all this stuff. I mean, look, I've been to fights with Paulie. He's so cool to everybody. There's not a racist bone in this dude's body. Okay, the guy in front of me here is a very good friend of Paulie's. He's there with Paulie. The girl right there is the girl, I'm not going to say who that is, but she's like driving him to the event. But my point is, guys, you're talking to someone or you're listening to someone who has actually spent a lot of time around Paulie. Okay? And every time I see this guy, he's got his arm around black people, shaking hands, Mexicans, Asians. It doesn't matter. There's not a racist bone in this dude's body. It's absolutely crazy, that this guy is getting canceled over a comment like that. And what's even more pathetic than that is the joy and the bliss coming from the other side. They love to see somebody getting canceled. And to me, God, what a bully mentality, right? Like what a bully you must be. There's my boy right there. Good friend of mine, by the way. We've worked together. I'm not going to say who he is. Some of you guys know him, very famous reporter there. A very good friend of Paulie's. As you can see. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And you'll see later on in this video, Paulie, like I said, hugging people, shaking hands and kissing babies. We were at the Charlo fight, and most of the attendance, it was an African-American crowd. I'd say 70-80% African-American. And guess what? Paulie was working the crowd. He's up there in the stands, autographs, taking pictures. It doesn't matter. He doesn't see any race or skin color. But people are, oh, he's a racist. And here's the thing, it's dogpiling. That's what it is. It's bullying. It's dogpiling. It's this cancel culture. It's gotten out of control. It's getting pathetic, guys. And I'm considering shutting my channel down. And I just talked about it in my last video in my comment section. And not really because of this. There's a lot of reasons, okay? A lot of reasons. Mainly the YouTube platform. You know, you can't say anything on this platform anymore without getting a community guideline or a copyright or your video taken down or demonetized or your video isn't, you know, advertiser friendly. It's just such bullshit. Like, I can't do it anymore, you know? So, I don't know, guys. I'm seriously considering just calling it a day, you know, calling it a day, just wrapping it up, you know, shutting down shop. I really am. You know, I mean, who would want to do this anymore? You know, for what? I don't make any money at it. And I'll tell you, let me end it here. Something else that really pisses me off. Okay, about a year ago, you guys know I've been making good quality videos for about 4 or 5 years, right? I put up a post about a year ago. I don't monetize. I don't make money on the channel. I'm not begging for money. I put up a post for Patreon. I said, hey guys, do you mind donating to the channel? You know, I want to go cover a fight. I want to go cover Gennady Golovkin, the trilogy, which back then we thought it was going to happen. But, you know, I needed like crowdfunding. I needed to raise like $500, you know, to go fly to Vegas, stay in a cheap ass hotel, eat McDonald's and fly home, basically, you know. And guess how many people donated? Now I have 4 million views on my channel. And by the way, I am being shadow banned on top of that. Okay, I should have at least 40, 50,000 subs, but whatever. That's for another video. But guess how many people donated? 0. Not one person donated $1 to my channel. You know, so what am I doing this for? Right? Like, you know, what is the point? You know, so that's honestly how I feel. You know, the boxing community has become so toxic and so vile. And now this cancel culture has taken over boxing. I mean, you know, there's mismatches, there's these terrible, you know, promoters, it's greed, this pay-per-view crap. I mean, you know, look at Tyson Jones Jr. They're getting more buzz right now than, you know, the top 2 current heavyweights. I mean, what does that tell you? You know, what does that tell you, guys? I mean, come on. So, I don't know, guys, look, I'm really just pissed off tonight. I'm irritated. I'm sick of this shit. And, you know, I'm about to just call it quits. I really am. I'm really going to take a day or two and think about the future of the channel. And what I'll probably do is, you know, I'll probably just change the name of the channel to my other YouTube channel and just, you know, put all the videos on private and keep the subs. And if you guys want to stay, cool. If you don't, cool. You know, honestly, that's probably what I'll do. It'll just be a backup channel, you know, so, but it will no longer be about boxing. And I'm really thinking about doing, and you have to understand why. I've put in so much work and so much time and so much effort, and for what? You know? Yeah, I know you guys enjoy the videos. I know you like them, but I don't get anything out of this. And I've done it for way too long, you know, for nothing. And that's honestly how I feel. And the one time I came to you guys and asked for help, not one single person stepped up. You know, I had a few friends, you know, shout out to you guys that donated privately. Thank you. But I'm talking about out of the thousands, out of the millions of people that have watched my channel, not one single person gave one single dollar, not a penny. You know, so I was very offended by that. So anyway, guys, have a good night.